What's going on YouTube? This is Kai. We're back with another video after a whole week experience of the new Banlist has dropped. A lot of suggestions, a lot of opinions, and a lot of rafting happening around in every social media. Like the Banlist is not that deadly, the few decks still alive, Tenpai is still dominating, Snake Eyes, Beatrice, etc. Well, for my answer would be yes, the Banlist does hit not that hard as we think, but they do look like small hits on paper, but in reality, once you tested or like you play the decks that have been hit, the consistency and everything is like affected at all. You can't just rely on things that you just see on your as far as the eyes can see, and also in the public eyes that the deck is not that relevant. You hit why you hit less of the stuff. Well, there are also the reasons that they hit less of the stuff, but they release something that able to like counterplay it, or like maybe a bad matchup, or they would say something like people we noticing that Colossus is back to 3, something like that. So yeah, it's still like a little bit of a threat to the environment. So for today's video, I'm gonna be showcasing the deck profile of my new Fiendsmith Snake Eyes post Banlist July 2024, but this is a bit different. I'm not playing the similar list that you see on Twitter or anywhere, like the usual you just take out one bonfire, one ashes, and that's the end of it. Replace it with henchers and anything. I play with something else more because I have the feeling that I still respect Colossus in many ways, because that is just problematic. If you have 2 Colossus on the field, like you basically a lot of resources needed, but you can't get searches anywhere. You can't super poly it. You can't like imperm one and pray that you have another imperm. You can't do that. So that's why I play this build. So well, usually as always, remember to like the videos and subs. So let's get into the deck profile. I got first place and third place the past weeks with this list. The first place is pre-ban list. Well, not much of a difference. While the post-ban list, I got third place due to a game I lost because the opponent top deck great reboots. So that happens. So I'm complaining. So let's get into the profile. So for the familiar stuff we play is that the Snake Eye package, the usual Snake Eye lineups. 1 Ash because it's currently been hit, 1 Oak, 3 Popular, and 1 Flavor. And I've been tested a lot of time. Basically, this is the correct lineup. This is your new normal summons. You can't rely on Ash that much anymore. You have to live and die by the rules of you need to summon Popular that often, and you summon Ash. Also, there's a bit of a different situation currently, because when you activate Bonfire, not necessarily have to search the Azel because the Ash, because you have to think that once you get search, you will get draw, and you can get draw. You can't extend that as properly game, because every normal summon you need is a search. You Bonfire, search for Ash, they draw. You have no answer rate. You can't extend anymore, and if they know the follow-ups, they will be like, after draw, if you summon Diablo Star to search for Sinful Spoil Origins, they Ash the Origins, we have nothing else. We can't Fiendsmith anymore. We can't do that much. That's why it is important to Bonfire for this, not for Ash anymore. So this is the lineups. The 6 Snake Eyes, frame break is just needed. I'm not playing the Snake Eye Diablo Stars because I try to limit the bricks I draw during the match, because drawing that does not benefit a lot, especially if you have it in your hand and if you play this fuse spell, you have nothing to set. That would be a lot of waste of steps in my opinion, so I didn't play that. And of course, not forget the 3 Devil Stars. This is mandatory, not much to explain about it, because you need the extenders as much as possible. This is one of it, and also the best of it, because it's played through draws. And speaking of the extenders, 3 the Fiendsmith and 1 Fable Lurie. This is pretty much the one you see in your opening hand if you want to bait something out. And if you negate the draw, if your opponent don't have draw, this is the best one lineup, because the spell 1 card with this to extend even more is like you free a card because your links can equip to them, so you have free a card for your fodder for Snake Eyes. And also, if you don't have this in your opening hand, it's fine. You have the Moon of the Close Sky to help you beat your stuff. Well, for the next lineup, remember I mentioned that I played something more different than the usual Snake Eye package. Well, this is what I played. I played the Millennium package, the 3 Cavemen, 1 Golem, and 1 Shield. For you guys don't know what these card does, they have the similar effects. They can activate these effects from the hand and they place it at the back row as continuous spell. So it's a free card on the field. So whenever it's at the back row, you can pay 2000 life points or reveal the Millennium Ankh. You can special this card from the spell and trap zones. And for Caveman is the one you want to draw the most. Caveman searches any Millennium monsters. Golem searches for field spells. Well, this search for Millennium Ankh, and they all have their own protections, but the protection doesn't really came out unless you really needed it. And also there's a big body. It has 2,750 attack points, so you can run through a lot of stuff. If it has like your opponent have 0 Thunders engraved, you can run through Colossus, you can run through Winder. A lot of reasoning to play it. And also for Golem, because it's just for a field spell, which I'll show you later what it does. And Golem is a level 6. You have a Fiendsmith at this, you can still make the Beatrice, which is still a way to access to your stuff, whatever it is. I was playing 3 and 3, but I don't have a lot of slots. This is still testing phase, and I might change the build afterwards, so this is the lineup for now. Yeah, the Millennium package, this is definitely something to keep an eye on. And also it plays through draws, because they summon from the back row by paying 2000 life points, and search is the same sentence. It resolves fully. So if you like go in this first summon and you search your opponent's draws, you still get to this, and then this came out, you just normal. You have another monster as normal summon. These to make close guys to have the Fiendsmith. Your normal summon with Fiendsmith is still Beatrice or the Caesars. So definitely something you might want. Well, for the hand traps, the basic lineup, I cut draw to 2, put 1 to the side. I didn't play Vader. I might regret it, but I look bad at it because against Snake Eyes, your Veiler and 1 or 2 combination hand traps sometimes doesn't stop the combo. You need something more like effective, like I mentioned earlier. After you draw, if its resource is stopped, and if they cost for the Snake Eyes to summon Flamber, or they cost for the Origin, you follow up with the Ash. They need more extender, they need like a very good hand to make a follow up. So drawing these 2 is like way better. And well, Maxi is Maxi. Of course Maxi says clock with the draws. I play a lot of draw previously because I don't want my opponent draw too much with Maxis. So if I start a combo with the Ash, search the Popular, they Maxi me, and I draw them, I give up the search for the Populars. I still can full combo to Beatrice and the Caesars, etc. But sometimes you can't just always have these to make this. So that's why I played the draw. I wish I played more. Might regret the decision. Maybe that's why it's a very tight deck. It's a 41 card deck, so I wish I can play more. So that is what it is for now. So this is the hand trap lineups. As well for the monsters, for the spells, this is the few spells for the Millennium monsters. So the effects is once per turn during a main phase, you can place a monster from your hand to the back row as face up continuous spell, and a Millennium monster from the deck as well. So you place one monster from your hand, any monster is fine. You can place your hand traps, you can place your extra extender, place your extra everything is fine. And then by doing so, if you like place your hand trap at the back row, place any monster in the back row, and you can place any one of these to your back rows. And if you opening this, it's not really a brick. If you're opening this, you can use the effects to place one and place Caveman at the back, and Caveman at the back will be summon itself, and you get to search another body. You can search another body, and then that will be summoned as well. That's 2 monsters. You will basically one plus any random monster is 2 monsters, and you have 2 monsters. And you summon another monster is still Fiendsmith. That's why they feel spells. And also the second effect doesn't really come out anyway. Is when your Millennium monster is destroyed, it is placed at the back row as continuous spell instead. Well, I don't think you will be leave that long to get ran over, because if you summon 3 of the Millennium monsters, you're left with 2,000 life points. That's basically blink of an eye for your edge, so that's why. And the limited stuff is limited. This is This does hurt a lot, but you still need to play it, so this is self-explanatory. The Fiendsmith spell, I only play one because you can't resolve that much. You only like go one hit wonder, so I only play once. The popular targets, I only play these two. This is for the traps because in this environment, if your decks like after your full combo, after your basic boards, if you can't win over Dart Ruler or Dropless, you're just gonna lose the entire game like completely, because especially during post size, you need something like to stop your opponent from Droplet evenly and something else. And also against Tenpai, yes, Tenpai has lost their speed spell, they may look at immunity, so that's why this is more reason for you to play this. When they activate the field spells, they only have one speed spell. If you use the trap to negate that speed spell, they have nothing left. They need to have the exact number against to clear your board and OTK. And with Flamebird on the field, Flamebird itself is 3 monsters, so you have the correct stuff, you have 3 body on the field, that's why you need to play this. And the hand trap hits, basic lineups. And for the traps is 3 Impermanence and 3 Sylvia, and this is the reason why I mentioned that if with these environments, if you can't play through Dark Rulers and Droplets, you're gonna have your board spread, especially against Thunder Dragons. You have nothing to clear Colossus, you need something to play around with it. Yes, you can't search for Colossus on the field, but you still can do with this. So, and this with this is, because you send with this, and if you negate the effects, so they're still coming back the following turn, and then you get to set whatever you want. So you still follow up, and its negate is permanent, so you can sit back and wait for they to kill you off the Diablo Stars, and you have the Sinful Spot at the back for the follow-ups. And Sinful Spot is protected because you have this in the graveyard, so yeah, that's why I play this. This is the 41 card deck. I might regret playing it main deck. I might side it, but I might be wrong. I needed to test something else. So the following week is the World Championship qualifiers for the Asia region, so might test the other after that. That's all for the main decks 41. And now for the extra deck, the link ones are very simple. The Requiem and Kribo, and Close Sky, IP, Hita, SP, I don't know how to pronounce the name, sorry my bad. And Sunlight. I still keep Sunlight because after the Promethean combos, I didn't play the level 9 fusions because I sometimes get stuck on the combo route, and I don't want to wait that much. I don't want to lose to Nibiru, like, for real. In this metagame right now, Nibiru is everywhere. In my opinion, you need to play Nibiru, otherwise that you have no answers to like a lot of decks that spam a lot, like Snake Eyes. If they do the combos, if you don't have Nibiru as follow-up as well, they're still gonna full combo anyway. And against Thunder Dragons, now Thunder Dragon is not the same as before. You just 1 summon, 2 summon, and make Colossus and Pestler. Not anymore. They play with something like Striker Dragons, Rifle Buster, Collapse Serpents, those kind of stuff. You still get Nibiru to answer it. So that's why I don't want to lose to that. So I play the DDD, and also the Caesars withstand a lot of stuff. It's a 2800 body. It stops this Voiceless Voice. It stops the Mirror from summoning the Frameworks. It stops the Fiendsmith from fusionings. A lot of stuff, so that's why I play that. And that's the reason for this. And for this is because you can add back whatever resources you want. You can add back your Ash, add back even your Snake Eye stuff if you want. Falling Trees, only one, the Promethean busted. And yeah, MVP of that. I summon this every single game. And for the OTK package, of course, I still play this. That's why it's better than Access Code, because Access Code you need another body for OTKs. For this, you have guaranteed to a lot of stuff. Last thing 4 will be Appaloosa. If I make Sunlight, I have Beatrice, I'll make this. Exist the Caesar and Beatrice. I basically don't know why it's still legal, but if it's still legal, we're gonna play. If it's not legal, we're gonna play Curious. That's the game plan. And then the one Lacrimosa, this is also the bulk of the deck. I can't believe it's a common. It chooses to one Fiendsmith monster from the graveyard, either add it to hand or special summon it. So if you didn't get draw, you choose to add to hand, and you activate the effect to search and discard the Luri. You basically have 2 more bodies, so it is important. And for the side deck, this like 2 Nibiru. I'm not playing 3 because it's not that wow factor, but you still need to play it. You can play 3 if you want, but I prefer 2 because I make space for something else. And the Bestios for the versus void matchup, and the mirror match because you can stop the Fiendsmith from summoning out, and also it's a level 6 body as well. So yeah, you understand why. The third draw, this might be a mistake. I should have made it. I should not have sided it, but it happens. And speaking of what I mentioned just now, the 3 droplets, I still respect anti-spell fragrance, so that's why I don't play Dark Ruler no more. And also Dark Ruler no more loses to a lot of stuff. Yes, you can't OTK anymore, but it's not once per turn you can like keep activating it. But this is still respect anti-spell fragrance in the quick spell. You discard a lot of stuff maybe just to clear a board, but you still needed it, so that's why I play this. And the 1 duster for the back row. And because like I mentioned, I still respect certain decks, so follow up with the droplets, I play triple evenly. I replaced Cosmic Cyclone for evenly because if playing against the back row decks, you can't always rely on 1 card to clear the board. So I be thinking like, why not if you play against like the Runics or Labyrinth? Yes, they will have monsters or something like that, they will have anti-spells, you still get to clear them. But after this, if you activate this, they have nothing to respond, they banish all their stuff, they leave with 1 card. If they leave with the anti-spell fragrance, it's even better because with your Millennium stuff, you're not that scared of the... You're not that vulnerable against the anti-spell fragrance anymore because you can summon 2 monsters very easily. You have 2 monsters, make SP banish the anti-spell. That is just board clearing, and now you can access to your spells to go for your full combo. So that's why I play the evenly instead of the cosmics. And the blue tier engine, I still play the blue tier engines. This is like probably something I would like take it up for the next ideas, because if I really like desperate want to go full combo with the Millennium stuff, I might pay 600,000 life points, and after that I left 2,000. I can't be able to resolve this, so I might take this out. The reason I play this because I want to see what opponent has in hand, so I can prepare for what's worse. Of course, you can play stuff like the Tactical Trust, Triple Tactic Talents. It still does the same thing. Yes, they do the same thing, but if your opponent doesn't hand trap you, means that everything they left in their hand is Board Breaker. You want to prepare for Board Breakers. This is how you see what you are up against. And also, when you see the Board Breaker, you have a lot of things to prepare. Like if they have evenly, just take out evenly. If they have double, at least you know what they come across. So that's why I play this. I kind of not regret playing this the last Sunday because it does help. If it doesn't, sometimes you just set for this. So well, that's it. That's all for the deck profile. This is my Snake Eye Millennium Fiendsmith post July Banlist 2024. Hope you guys enjoy. If you guys got anything wanted to ask, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I'll read every single one of it and reply if I can. So I'll see you guys a week after World Championship qualifiers.